Hey guys, techmadeezy, and yup, we are doing another refrigerator test. This time we're doing it with the Delta Mini. Look at this small guy here. Oh man, this is going to be fun. Now, this specific video is going to be a little more detailed than my previous ones. I'm going to test how long the Delta Mini will last at night and during the day with some solar connected to it, which is going to be nice. How many hours or how many days will this last? I guess we'll find out because I've never done this test with the Delta Mini. I'll show you all the items I'm using and how I'm connecting them. I will explain how I'm connecting solar in detail and some important things you need to know. All right. I'll also go over additional options if you're thinking about being prepared and maybe you want a larger power station. Maybe you want more solar. I'm going to cover that in this video. I'm also going to cover the top 5 features of the Delta Mini throughout the video, and towards the end, I'll show you a couple of package options with different solar panels you can choose from. And I will re-explain connecting solar panels in series, as well as staying within the voltage. So, why don't we get started? Hi, it's Al from techmadeezy with a real quick message. I just want to let you know the video you're about to watch is not sponsored. We went out and bought the products ourselves. So, if you like our video, please give us a thumbs up. It definitely helps. Share our video. And lastly, we hope you subscribe to our channel and become a part of the family. Thank you. Here is our video outline. Let me start off by telling you our goal is to see how long we can power our refrigerator, assuming we have no power, with a Delta Mini using the battery, and then during the day, charging it with that free sun using our solar panels. How many hours or how many days? We are going to cover the top 5 features of the Delta Mini throughout the video. We're going to start our testing overnight with the Delta Mini and the full-size refrigerator. We're going to show you what equipment we used. We're going to show you how we connected that equipment and how we connected our solar panels in series so you can learn how to do it yourself. We're also going to talk about staying within the voltage range because when you connect your panels in series, you have to stay within the voltage range. We're going to show you optional equipment as well. So maybe you might want a larger power station, or maybe you might want more solar. We're going to talk about that and we're going to help you understand it. We're also going to talk about how long these power stations last, right? That's very important. And we're going to present you with 3 different packages you can choose from, and our links will be in the description. So let's get started. All right, so we got Brooklyn hanging out with us, and we're going to go over what we're using in today's demo. And we're also going to go over other options because we want you to think about how you want to actually have power backup. So we got Brooklyn, but we're going to start off with our Delta Mini. Now the Delta Mini has an 882 watt-hour capacity. Okay, that is the capacity of the battery. This is also pretty powerful, and that's one of the reasons it's one of my favorite power stations. Now, this has a limit, a maximum capability of 75 volts of solar input. Okay, now why is that important? I'm going to be connecting my solar panels in series, and series really requires that you stay within the voltage. So again, up to 75 volts of solar input, right? So I've got 3 100 watt solar panels. Now these are 12 volt 100 watt solar panels, and I know that can confuse you. Don't worry about that. What you want to do is you want to look at the back of the solar panel, and you want to basically combine your voltage. So when you look at this here, we've got open circuit voltage, which is known as VOC. As you can see here, we've got 22.3. And we're going to add all 3 of those up, and we're way in range of the 75 volt max that the Delta can handle. So we're okay there. So that's good. All right, so we're going to be using these 3 solar panels. We're going to connect them in series, and we're going to show you how. So stay tuned on that. Now, as you can see here, we're going to be using a folding table. We're going to put it in our backyard, and we're going to lay all 3 solar panels there, and we're going to go to work. Look, we don't have time to move these panels and angle them, so we're going to keep it real simple, okay? But we're going to use that table. Now, because we're running it through our backyard, we need longer cables, so we're going to basically need longer cables, so we have those. We've got the cable that comes with the Delta Mini. This is a XT60 cable that connects to the back of the Delta Mini, giving us the MC4 solar connector cables on the other side. And so we're going to connect these to these guys, and that is going to give us enough length to keep the Delta Mini inside, charging with solar, right? Filling this battery back up and using that power for our refrigerator, okay? Now, we are going to also use this disconnector tool. This is an MC4 disconnector tool. When we're done, we basically use this to help us disconnect these cables when they're connected, because it's kind of a little awkward, okay? So we're going to use this as well. So just wanted to make you aware of that. Next up, we're going to talk a little bit about the options and all. So that's coming right up. So here we are in option land, right? More solar, more power stations. So what if you want to buy yourself a larger power station so that you can run your refrigerator longer, you could plug your TV in, you can plug your lights in if there was a power outage, or if you had an RV, or you were living in a van and doing van life, right? Well, this is the Delta Mini, and look at the Delta Max. This is the Delta Max right next to it. As you can see, it's definitely bigger, but why is it bigger? One, it can handle more power, right? That means that it's got a higher wattage capability, but this is 2016 watt hours, so it's more than double the battery capacity than the Delta Mini. Now, another advantage to the Delta Max is you can add on batteries. This is an example. This is one of the Delta Max batteries. It's another 2016 watt hours. You know, so you can add 2 more batteries to the Delta Max. I mean, and it's just an awesome system. So affordable Delta Mini, great start for a lot of people. If you have a couple of bucks, the Delta Max, oh my, it not only handles more power, but it'll last a lot longer. Again, 882 watt hours, 2016 watt hours, and then you can add 2 more batteries. Now let's take a look at solar panels. So you can go out and get a 200 watt solar panel if you want, instead of using 2 of these guys. They make solar panels like this also. Look at this thing, right? It's flexible. You know, it might be better in your situation. And lastly, look at these guys. Now, EcoFlow makes foldable solar panels. And let me tell you now, when you go to a portable, foldable solar panel, you are going to pay much more money. So just be aware. But you're paying for that convenience, right? You know, it's, I don't know why I'm going to say this, but think about it. If you buy carrots, they're pretty cheap. But if you go out and buy a bag of baby carrots, well, you're paying more because you're paying for that convenience. But guys, this one here is, that's a 110 watt panel. That's a 160 watt panel. And that is a 400 watt panel. Again, they fold up, which is nice. The bags, not only are they great to have, but they act like kickstands, so you can angle the solar panel. I'll show you that in a little while. I'll bring up a video so you can see what one of these looks like out of the bag and set up. Okay? Now I'm hungry. I'm going to go grab me some baby carrots, and I'll be right back. So I promised you I would pull out one of these panels so you could see it set up. This is a 160 watt folding panel by EcoFlow. And as you can see, you can use the bag as a kickstand. All right, it simply attaches on the top there. We do pretty well with this. We did a review on this panel, and it works really well. It's just got to be the design and the quality. All right, so you saw all the items we're using, right? Now we're going to go ahead and start our test. It's 11 o'clock at night on a Friday, okay? Now, this is currently at 100%, and we're going to go into the app, and we're actually going to simply turn on AC. We're going to watch the wattage to see what the startup wattage is. 157, 13, and then it'll drop to around 0. Now, again, this is a 2021 refrigerator. All right, it is now on, okay? It is directly plugged into the back of the Delta Mini. We just turned on AC remotely through the app, and that's one of the cool features, okay? And so right now it's going to show 0 wattage. We are going to check this, in a little while, and then we're going to check it in the morning, and then we're going to check it in the afternoon and throughout the day, okay? Now, while we're checking this, we're also going to go over the top 5 features, all right? And we're going to have a lot of helpful information in this video so you understand how to connect the solar panels in series. Now, let me show you something about the app, all right? So we started at 11 o'clock on Friday, so that's going to be our start time. But what's nice about the app, and is really important, is when you're going to be running something like this that practically at times pulls 0 wattage, you want to go into settings. All right, so I'm in the Delta Mini. I'm going to click on this little gear, and you're going to see here that unit timeout I have set to never. Screen timeout I have set to 5 minutes. That's no big deal. But AC timeout I have set to never, and that's important. All right, so you need to make sure you change unit timeout and AC timeout to never while you're doing this type of test with something that at times pulls 0 wattage. Otherwise, the power station itself will turn off. Okay, so, there's more to the app, but I really wanted to point that out for you. All right, I guess we'll be back and we'll see where we stand in the morning with that machine. It's 11 o'clock now. I'm hopefully going to get up around 8 or 8:30, around that time, maybe earlier, and we'll take a peek. I'll be right back. 11:55, and then we're going to get some sleep. Let's see what's going on here. So we're pulling 67 watts. All right, battery's 97%. Says we have 12 hours remaining based off that load. 12 or 13 hours. All right, let's check it in the morning. All right, good morning. It is 7:24 in the morning. So that is 8 hours and 24 minutes into the test. And we have 47% battery left. It's about 62 watts that the refrigerator's using. It says we have about 5 hours left. All right, and that's without solar, right? So we're going to connect this via solar in a little while and start charging this thing up. So there you go, 47% left. All right, we promised we would cover the top 5 features of the Delta Mini. I'm going to cover number 1, and then I'm going to go out and connect solar and show you how to connect solar in series. But feature number 1 for the Delta Mini is it's small and it's powerful, and that is definitely a benefit to having this. It can handle appliances up to 1,400 watts. It can surge up to 2,100 watts. And it only weighs 23.6 pounds or 10.7 kilograms. All right, good morning. So I'm going to show you how to connect these in series. Now they are upside down, but that's because I have to flip them afterwards. All right, so what you want to do is you want to take the panel on each side, and you want to just leave this cable available because you're going to connect this to the power station. So I'm just going to take that and put it aside. And so this cable here actually connects to this one here. And they're male and they're female. So you see we've got this one and this one. So we're connecting these. We clip it in, make sure we snap it in. We're going to go back and now connect this one to this one. Again, taking this and this and simply connecting them that way. Okay, now we've got this one free and we've got this one free. And we're simply going to connect this to the power station. So we're going to take the cables that came with the power station. All right. And now all we do is take this guy here. Again, male and female, right? And we snap that together. All right. Now we take this one, snap that together. And all we do now is the end of this wire is an XT60. It's going to connect directly to the power station. All right. Now the only thing different I'm going to do in a moment is I actually have to take the longer solar cables, all right, and connect them so that this is closer to the power station. But that is how to connect in series. She's waiting to be fed, and I'm just going to show you, I ran a nice thick extension cord that'll sit right here at the refrigerator, okay? And that's it. All right, so here we are in the backyard. And the panels are flat. I just cleaned them. I connected them, okay? And these, again, 3 100-watt panels. And now I've got my wire pretty much running inside. Brooklyn's waiting to be fed, by the way, too. It's 7:40 in the morning. And I just have these kind of coming inside. Go out. Okay, here's my cable coming in. All I got to do now is connect this to the back of the unit, and we can see what type of solar input we're getting. I have to hold the phone for now, but plug it in. And let's take a look at the display. $77 watts. All right, she's drinking water, and we are getting 77 watts of solar input. Keep in mind, it's early in the morning, right? 7:40 in the morning. That sun is not even directly above, all right? So we will keep an eye on this and do some updates. One nice thing about being up in the bedroom is I can still see what's going on with the Delta Mini. As you can see, it's 89 watts now we're receiving on solar, and that's going to go up. That's going to go up a lot. I think we're going to get probably about 175 watts, maybe more. But we're using 48 to feed the refrigerator, right, and power the refrigerator. All right, and this shows you the temperature of the battery in the Delta Mini. It's 89%. It shows you how much of a charge it's got, so it's 45.98%. All right, so we'll continue to watch that and see how long we can go. All right, it is a few minutes, maybe 2 minutes before 9 a.m. All right, that would make 10 hours in, and we are getting some really good sun, right? The sun is continuing to move directly above the panels, and that's going to be huge because that is going to produce more and more watts. You know, we could get 225, 250 watts from these panels. Now, if you use these same panels in the winter with really good sun, you can get over 300 watts. They'll overperform. But 100-watt panels each. Let's see what we're getting at this point. All right, it is 9 o'clock on the dot. 9 o'clock on the dot. We are receiving 143 watts solar. We're outputting about 59 watts to the refrigerator, 61. Battery percentage right now in the Delta Mini is 54.11. All right, so the good news is it's going up. So we're going to get this charged and be ready for tonight. Again, how many days can we go? Since we've already gone hours and we've got good sun, and that's going to be key, right? The sun will allow us to go longer. Without the sun, obviously we won't be able to recharge this. So pretty good story to tell here. I want to show you something also. When you are using solar in series, you see here we have 129 watts coming in from solar. All right, I'm going to show you something now. If one of your panels, just one of your panels, has some type of blockage from the sun, watch what happens. I'm going to take this, throw this on there. All right, right there. That's it. One panel, a little bit of blockage. I want you to see what happens with the solar input. 0. Now, it might go a little higher than 0, but think about that. Just that one blockage. And now, to my knowledge, that's an advantage of parallel, because if one of your panels are blocked, it will still use the others. But it doesn't use voltage, it uses amperage. All right, so let me go unblock that panel and then give it a moment to kind of reset. But just this little blockage, boom, all of a sudden, all that sun going on the other panels, nothing, right? So let's go ahead and take a look. Again, it's going to take a moment, but maybe by the time we get to it, all right, yep, it's back up already. Look at that, 135 watts solar. So don't allow any shading on your panels. Try your best to move all 3 of them into the sunlight, and you will see that work. So that's just good to know when you're connecting in series. All right, since the sun moves east to west, as you can see, it is continuing to move west and above our solar panels. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to move this table. I just move it out because what's going to happen later in the day is the sun is going to disappear from here later in the day, and it's going to end up over there, and soon it'll disappear. So I'm going to get behind the table and just move it back. Since, I don't have grass on here, it's easy to move. I am blocking the sun a little bit, but I'm just going to pull the table back. All right. I probably want it, all the way at this point. It's going to be the furthest I can get this, but as you could see, that's going to help later in the day, having the solar panels all the way back there. All right, just wanted to show you real quick. We're getting 200 watts of solar input. It's about 10:30 in the morning. Not bad. Again, this is a quick check, but 53 watts being used by the refrigerator. 200 watts coming in, and that battery's getting charged. We're 66.32% on the battery now. Not bad, 10:30 in the morning. Top feature number 2 of the Delta Mini. You can power up to 12 devices. This thing has a ton of outlets and ports. You've got 5 AC outlets. All right, you've actually got 4 USB outlets. One of them is a Type-C, 2 of them are regular, and one's a fast charge. You have 1 DC car charging outlet in the back, and then you have 2 DC barrel plugs in the back that you can also convert. All right, it's 12 o'clock on day 2. 12 o'clock, and guess what? We've got 200 watts of solar still coming in, 223 now. This unit is using about 89 watts on the refrigerator there. That battery is 87% charged, which is great. So, really nice, really nice. So far with the sun that we're getting today, it looks like we'll be able to fully charge this unit and still power the refrigerator. So hopefully we will see a day 3. Right now we're on day 2, but obviously on day 1 we started at 11 o'clock at night. 12:42, we're getting 259 watts. The refrigerator isn't using any wattage, and we're almost 96% charged on the power station. But that's the most wattage I've seen, 259 watts. Wow. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I took both solar cables and I used zip ties every 8 inches or 10 inches, whatever it is. I use a ton of them. But it's so much easier to get this cable, than to actually have 2 and have them be a mess. All right? This is actually a 70-foot cable. All right, 5:18 p.m. The Delta Mini is fully charged. That solar filled that boy up. I'm still receiving 83 watts of solar, and 55 is going out to the refrigerator. Now, what I want to show you is, as you can see, we've got this shadow now, right? The sun is in the front of the house, and so we've got this shadow, and little by little that shadow will move out, the sun will set, and we will no longer have any free power from the sun. But what's nice about the system here right now is they're just laying down and they're still receiving wattage, right? I'm of course using that solar panel there to charge my Delta power station. All right, and look at that, because it's angled, is receiving 89 to 90 watts. Think about it. That little panel is receiving more than those 3. Why? Because that panel is angled. All right, I didn't want to angle these. That would be a lot of work. Putting it on a table is a lot easier. Well, let's continue on. "19 hours into our test. It is 6 o'clock. Great news. We had some really good sun. As you can see, the power station is fully charged. The refrigerator is using 48 watts, and we have 69 watts of solar input coming in, okay? So, yeah, this guy is doing its job, and, yeah, we're going to probably live to fight another day. Again, I hope. Well, we'll find out. The temperature of the unit is 87 degrees. All right, again, input 70 watts, output 51 watts. 6 o'clock, 19 hours in. Well, it's 6:24 and we're still getting 21 watts. And guess what? The sun is gone. I mean, this thing is just getting whatever it can. But the sun is gone. It's going down. Obviously, it's in the front of the house now. All right, so at 6:30 p.m., we have no more solar power. So at 6:30 p.m., it's 19 and a half hours in. The refrigerator is using 64 watts, 61 watts. And, the next time we'll plug solar in is going to be tomorrow morning. So let's see how much battery gets used. But we're going to do a 24-hour check at 11 p.m., which will be our first 24 hours. Top feature number 4 on the Delta Mini is that EcoFlow app. It is amazing. You can update the device, you can control the device, you can monitor the device, you can even change the charging speed. So this is my number 4. I love that EcoFlow app. It actually keeps getting better. Well, we are 24 hours in. We have nothing going on right now, right? The refrigerator's not pulling any wattage. AC's on. We got 68% battery charge. And it says we have 40 hours left, but that's not going to be accurate. There's no load. So, you know, I guess we'll have to see. I'll have to check this throughout the morning, honestly, because I don't know if we're going to make it till the morning for solar. I just don't know. That's just a feeling. 68% battery, and it is 11 o'clock, 24 hours into this test. Well, we'll find out. All right, we'll find out. Good morning. All right, it's day 3. It is Sunday morning. It's 6:23 in the morning. We've got 15% battery left. That's an hour and 45 minutes left of battery. We have 63 watts going to the refrigerator. We don't have any solar coming into it yet. We're going to go out and set that up. But 6:23 in the morning. All right, let's go ahead and set up some solar. I've got my morning voice, as you can hear. Oh, the birds are out. All right, I just wiped these guys down. They didn't have too much morning dew. And that sun is all the way in the corner over there. But it's not up yet. So, let's plug these in. Hopefully we'll get a couple of watts for now. Brooklyn. There goes that girl. You ready? All right, good morning. We have good news. We're getting 87 watts of solar coming in. It is 7:55 in the morning. The battery is 12.37% charged. All right. I will put all the information in the left side of the screen on how many hours we're in doing this. So I'm glad. I'll tell you, I didn't think this thing would last, but it did. So yeah, 87 watts of solar coming in, nothing going to the refrigerator right now. Again, 7:55 in the morning. And you see here, we're on day 3, right? Sunday, and look at the sun on this patio, right? You know, but the sun is obviously right there, and it'll continue to move east to west. So we move the table back up. It's getting its sun now, which is nice. And this is a simple way, right, to not have to worry about angling the panels. You know, you get 100 watts, then all of a sudden you get 200, you get 300, then it goes back down to 100. But yeah, it's a simple way to do it. It works. Top feature number 3, and this feature made EcoFlow famous in the solar generator and power station community. If you plug this Delta Mini into an AC outlet, it will charge from 0 to full in up to 1.6 hours using this extreme technology of theirs. It is amazing. You know, it's 3 to 4 times faster than the competition. And you know what? Faster charging means less downtime, more dew time. All right, 11 o'clock in the morning. We are 36 hours into this test. We have 226 watts coming in solar and 58 going out for the refrigerator. The battery is 38% charged. Not bad. Not bad. 36 hours in, and solar has definitely helped extend the runtime for sure. Oh, it's 3 o'clock, 3:01. We are 40 hours in, okay? 40 hours in. We have a 94% charge on the battery. We have 220 watts coming in solar. We have about 89 watts going out to the refrigerator to keep that cold. right? We are powering that refrigerator using a battery and solar to refill that battery. We are 40 hours in. It is day 3. Obviously, we started day 1 at 11 o'clock at night, but real good stuff. All right, it is 6 o'clock, and we are 43 hours into this test on day 3. We have a 94% charge on the battery. We are receiving 93 watts solar and sending about 67 watts to the refrigerator currently. All right, temperature on the battery is 87 degrees, no big deal there. But yeah, we're still getting solar. We're on day 3, and we're doing pretty good here. All right, 7:36 p.m. on day 3. No more sun, so no more solar input right now. Got 90% battery. All right, says it'll last 14 hours, but you know, we've got some wattage going out. The refrigerator's using 66 watts, and yeah, no more sun. We're going to have to cover these up and get ready for tomorrow. Again, I'm not sure if we're going to make it. You know, it's really tight. Even though this says 14 hours, you really can't go by that because the wattage is going to be different throughout the night. So we'll see what happens. 9 o'clock, 46 hours. We have gone 46 hours so far. Now, this thing is using 86 watts for that refrigerator, and it's telling us that we've only got a little under 8 hours left, which means I don't know if we're going to make it to the morning to put solar back in this thing, okay? I just don't know, but I am amazed that we are here at 46 hours, almost 2 solid days, right? And 86 watts the refrigerator is using. We have 81% battery charge, okay? You know, solar stopped a while ago. So I guess we'll have to find out, okay? You have a good night. I'm going to do a final check today at 11 p.m. That'll be 48 hours in. Top feature number 5. My last one on the Delta Mini, you've got 3 ways to charge this thing. You can plug it into an AC outlet. You can plug it into a DC charging outlet in your vehicle. And of course, you can charge it with the sun with solar panels, which is what we're doing today. All right, it is 48 hours in. It is 11 p.m. on day 3. And we have 72% battery left. The refrigerator is using 46 watts. Obviously, we don't have solar. And the countdown on this battery says we're going to have 11 hours and 23 minutes. Now, again, that's not accurate because the higher the wattage, it continues to make an adjustment. So we're going to see what's going to happen, okay? I'll see you in the morning. All right, it is 7 o'clock in the morning on day 4. And if I'm not mistaken, we are 56 hours in. Now, it's early. I'll tell you, if I'm making any mistakes, I'll put the numbers up in the left-hand side of the screen. But we have 17% battery left. All right, right now the refrigerator isn't using any wattage. And we're not going to get solar today because we have rain. We have rain today and cloudy skies. So, it says 17% battery. That's going to be 9 hours and 26 minutes, but that's incorrect because we have no wattage being used currently. All right. But, yeah, that's pretty interesting. 56 hours in. Well, we'll find out when it dies. 57.5 hours in. It's 8:30. And yeah, we got Brooklyn laying down. I'm feeling like she's feeling. I'll tell you, I'm tired. We got 6% battery left, right? 6%. Refrigerator is using 55 watts right now. All right, battery is 91 degrees, 89 degrees, so it's warm. It's been running. It's got a fan, so the fans will keep it cool. It's not in the danger zone. But 57.5 hours, we have 6% battery life left. Well, I'm getting 5%, 8:55 in the morning, 5%. Says about 45 minutes left. Refrigerator is using 47 watts. And I don't know if I'll be here when this thing dies. I've got to go bring my car in for service. Well, I'll be back. 9:23 a.m. and we've got 1% battery life and 55 watts going out to the refrigerator. Well, we caught it. 10:07 a.m. and it's over. I've got to go plug that refrigerator in. We've got 0% on the battery. 10:07 on day 4. I'll put all the stats up in the upper left-hand corner. Wow, what a test. And solar definitely helped us. And not having sun today, well, we could have gone longer. All right, so the video's not over. Here's the good stuff now. If you're deciding that you want to pick up a system similar to what we used in this video, well, guess what? I'm going to present to you 3 different options, okay? So you're going to see the power station, the cable, and the solar panels, all right? So I'm going to have an A, B, and a C option that you can actually go into the video description, click those links, and get those items. And guess what? When you do, you actually help the channel at no cost to you. So that does help us. Now, I will also at the end leave some more helpful information, as well as if you want more power, right? Maybe you don't want a Delta Mini. Maybe you want a Delta Max or a Delta Pro. I will put that in the description as well, but I'm going to also show you some of that towards the end. So take a moment, watch this, all right? I hope it's helpful. Hold on now, let's get going. All right, here is package A, and this is a Delta Mini. It's one Renogy 100-watt panel and a 50-foot set of cables for that price of $1,023. Now, if you want 2 100-watt panels, it'll be about $1,123. Again, these are before tax, okay? And all you got to do is add 2 panels when you check out on Amazon. Okay, these will be links for Amazon in the description. Scroll down, look for package A. Now, keep in mind, this video was recorded on June of 2022. So prices can change. So please don't blame that on us. We're just trying to be helpful, okay? Hopefully prices will go down. But let's take a look at package B coming up. All right, here is package B. Now the big difference with this package versus package A is this is one 200-watt panel. It's a larger panel. You saw it, right? I showed you it in the video. So this is going to be about $1,222 before tax with a 50-foot cable, a Delta Mini, and 1 panel. All right? Now, I'm hoping this will be a little less when you go to buy it because sometimes the 200-watt panel goes down in price. It is a Renogy panel. They're a very good brand. All right? And again, the video was made in June of 2022. And so prices do change. Let's look at the last package, package C. All right, here is package C. Now, why does this cost so much more? Well, those foldable panels, first of all, there are 2 of them in this package, okay? And they're like $450 each. Now, they do go on sale for around $400, sometimes a little less. I've actually seen them for $350 at times, all right? But $1,723 includes the Delta Mini, 2 160-watt panels, foldable, right? And then the 50-foot cable. Now, of course, you can get a larger cable, right? You can only buy 1 of these panels instead of 2, so that's up to you. And again, the video is made in June of 2022. Prices can change, all right? Let's look at some options if you want a better power station. Okay, so here are the additional power stations, and what I'm going to do, the Delta Mini is to the left, right? So all of the packages included a Delta Mini. I'm going to include a section below the bundles that I just showed you, the packages, right? And it's going to be called Need More Power, and I'm going to start off with the Delta 1300. All right, I'll go to the Delta Max, and then I'll go to the Delta Pro, and I'll give you links for those products. All right, and if you want to pick up a better power station, all right. Now, if you have questions about, obviously solar and buying too many panels, just send me a message. Let's talk. I don't want you making any mistakes, okay? But let's go ahead and move on. One question you probably have in your head is, if I go out and I buy one of these power stations, how long will they last? And that's a really good question. So I'm going to try to explain it as best as I can. Now, you have an iPhone or an Android phone, right? Most people do. Well, guess what? The battery in those devices has what they call a charge cycle. It's a limit to how many times you can charge it and how many times you can drain it. Now, what is a charge cycle? Well, a perfect example is you take the Delta Mini, you bring it outside, you charge it with solar to 100%, and then you use it over the next 3 days to 0%, right? Well, you just went through one charge cycle by filling that battery up and draining it to 0. That's one charge cycle, all right? The same thing with your Apple phone and your Android phone. Now, take a look at the Delta Mini, the Delta 1300, and the Delta Max. And the one thing you'll see is all three of them have 800 charge cycles. But what's nice is it's not just 800, because once you use 800, you now have 80% plus battery capacity left. So think about how long it would take you to use 800 cycles out of these battery power stations. Now, if you need something that has longer lifespan of charge cycles, look all the way to the right and you'll see the Delta Pro. Now, the Delta Pro has 6,500 charge cycles, and then it goes to 50%. Now, the battery on that unit is a lithium iron phosphate battery. It's a different technology. It's a heavier battery, much heavier, and it will also, last a whole lot longer because it has a whole lot more charge cycles. All right? There is a tip on the bottom. And, just something I've heard as I continue to learn, and they say, never drain your battery to 0. And if you can actually charge the unit to maybe 90%, you'll end up extending your battery life in your power station. I hope this was helpful. Definitely place a comment below. I have more information right now on how many solar panels you can use with these power stations. So let's get going. Here's more helpful information. So here's an example of how many solar panels you can connect to these power stations. Now, let me tell you, I am using a 25-volt solar panel example, first of all, and assuming you're going to connect in series, not parallel. Look at the bottom there. So you see the Delta Mini can handle 3, the Delta 1300 can handle 2, the Delta Max can handle 4, and the Delta Pro can handle 6. All right? Again, I'm just trying to give you some helpful information here. By the way, if you want to learn about these 4 power stations that are in front of you, I did a super detailed comparison video. And if you want, click the link in the upper right-hand corner. It'll take you right to the video, and you can watch it. Now, if you missed a link in the upper right-hand corner, I will also put a link in the description. This is a really good video, and it will explain the differences between these 4 power stations, maybe to help you make a decision. Here's some helpful information that I'm going to leave here. So this slide coming up is going to be the products that we had in this test. The slide after that is going to be solar panels in series, just so you could see that on a diagram on our screen. And the last one is going to be an important note about staying within voltage and how we did that in today's demonstration. All right, well, look, I want to thank you for watching the video. If you're actually watching up to this point, seriously, I really hope this information was helpful in some way. Obviously, if it was, give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. If you're not a subscriber, we sure hope you subscribe. And take a look at the bundles in the description. If you have any questions, let us know. Give me a little bit of time to reply back to you. All right. And share our video. Go ahead and forward our video to your friends, your family, or even in a chat room that you might be in. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Hey guys, take a moment and give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. As you can see, Brooklyn, she's waving her tail for you. Take a moment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and you'll get notified of new videos we come out with. Also, follow us and contact us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.